Hi and welcome back to the channel. Please do me a massive favour, like, subscribe, hit the notification bell, all that jazz. Right, let's get into it then. This isn't really a review on Forest versus Leeds. However, I think that game was very indicative of how Jesse Marsch's reign at this club so far has gone. But let me first paint a little picture. We all know last season we were in all kinds of trouble. We went into this game same as last year. 19 games played last year, we had 19 points. This season, 18 points. Now, that 19th game was against West Ham away, and we won that game. Forshaw got on the score sheet. Then the 20th game, which coincides with the 20th game yesterday, we won that game as well last season, taking our points total to 22 points. We are still on 18 points this season. And just to put that into perspective, we had Dallas at right back, Ayling at centre back, Cock as a DM, Forshaw and Click in midfield, Dan James up front. The subs on the bench: Hjelde, Chris Moore, Lewis Bate, McKinstry, Jack Jenkins, Noah Kenny, Archie Gray, and then Rodrigo, bringing the average age up to something like 19 as a 31-year-old. Now, everybody's giving Jesse credit in the bank for keeping us up last season. I will stand by what I say. Jesse did not keep us up last season. Jesse came in and any manager would have changed away from the man marking system. But other than that, what did he bring to the table? Nothing. In my opinion, Jack Harrison, but more importantly, Rafinha kept us up last season, virtually single-handedly. Now, something else you got to ask about Jesse Marsch is, you know, when a game was dead and buried, like the game away at Accrington, why would you risk your top player, your top scorer, and risk bringing him coming on with such a poor pitch? You know, I know hindsight's a wonderful thing, but you just wouldn't risk it. It's not like we've got an abundance of players that are scoring freely at the moment, because we don't. Only in the odd game. We can't beat any team with a low block. And this is the other thing. You know, we've got a much better squad this season, but yet we're in a worse position than we are last season, because we're not getting the best from our players that we've got, because we're playing inept tactics. You know, we've got a better midfield, especially after this window that's just closed, but yet we haven't seen a change in system. You know, substitutions are not proactive, but look like he's just jotted a time down as to when he wants them to come on a score sheet, on a spreadsheet, sorry, beforehand, and then when that time comes up, he just makes a substitution. He's not reading the game and seeing whether he needs to make a change. Well, there is no changes anyway. It's just like for like replacements. And you know, there's no plan B. It's almost like back to Bielsa, and yeah, he had the tactical nous to squeeze every last ounce out of a player and elevate their game tenfold. Jesse doesn't have that. But he doesn't have a plan B either. You know, he's very much reliant on a couple of our players heavily affecting play. You know, we are so reliant on Nonto at the moment. It's just like Rafinha Mark II. You know, this is the third year in the Premier League now, and we've got striker at left back and Greenwood in midfield. It baffles me. It really does baffle me. You know, if ever we were going to make a change, it should be now, because our biggest rivals from a fan's point of view is the next two games, home and away. Scum. Now, if ever there was a time to make a change of management, it's now. Would we get a bounce back? Would it give them time to put a caretaker manager in charge and bring in a new manager? Because let's face it, we shouldn't expect to get anything from them two games. The way we're playing, they'll just laugh at us. And that's going to be the thing that hurts us the most. And we all love Pascal Strout, but he's a fish out of water on the left back. And this is killing him. This is crucifying him. And this is exactly what happened last season with the players when they were going down losing 6-0 and 5-0 and 4-0. But they had kids. The team just clearly wasn't good enough with what we had left of the threadbare squad. This is a completely different situation. But they are being killed by a crap system that doesn't work. Not in the Premier League. So, you know, get a new manager in. He's got time to work before Southampton, because that is our biggest game of the season. That could be £100 million game. Because that could just be the impetus that we need, you know, to get that first win against Southampton. Keep ourselves just above the parapet, because we have got a game in hand, don't forget. But if it keeps us just above the parapet, and then we can build from there with a new manager and a newfound belief. Because at the moment, I'm not fancying us playing Southampton. Never mind Everton. You know, Wolves, Leicester, Forest, etc. They've all strengthened the teams, not just us. And we had to level up to get to their levels in the first place in some respects. You know, the way I look at it is this. If we lose to Man U twice, Man City we've got to play again, Arsenal, Tottenham, Newcastle, Liverpool, even Brentford away is going to be a really hard game. And Fulham, same again. That'll leave us 9 games left for the season. And we must win all of those games. If we won all of those games, we'll still only be on 45 points. I don't even know if that's going to be enough this season. You know, we have one system. Pass down the wing. Hope he's capable of beating his man and providing a cross into the box, if there's anybody there. Or a little dink ball over the back line of the opposition. That's it. That is literally all we've got in this system. It's pathetic. You know, we can't break down a low block. We have no idea against a low block. All we have to do, the opposition, all they have to do is play like they're away from home. Sit back, let us defend, catch us on a break, play down the wings with width. Hello. Or a long ball over the top from their own half. You know, if they don't get a clear shot at goal, they might get a set piece, be it a corner or a free kick, with what's going on at the moment with our defenders. And I'm not being funny. We give the opposition a set piece, they're pretty confident of scoring at the moment. You know, we've got a good squad with players playing out of position and poor tactics, if any. That's as simple as it is. With a change of manager, with fresh ideas and actually some tactical nous that could, you know, Jesse Marsch has picked up a guitar and it's not like he can even play a tune. There's enough good notes in this squad to get a right song out of it, but they've got to be played correctly, otherwise it's just going to sound like a catcall. So that's where I'm at. I'm at the end of my tether with both the board and with the manager, because all I'm hearing is hot air and excuses. Forest were bang average at best. That's me being polite. They didn't play well. And yeah, they let us have possession, but what did we do with that possession? You know, Cine had an absolute chance there and he blazed it over the bar, but he's still coming back. You know, should he even be starting? He's not match fit. You know, Nonto should have been down there and we should have played possibly Creo or maybe Nonto on the right and Harrison on the left, not in central midfield. And Cine could have come on as an impact play sub. You know, same as Ruti. I want to see them come on as impact subs until they are actually match fit and ready. And again, this leads to the problem. Bamford. He does the running, he gets in the right positions and the right places, but his finishing, oh my God, what was that? And then Luke Ayling, you know, alright, he's not a striker, but it was virtually at the keeper. You know, they're professional footballers. It's not like the Sunday League. You find a corner of a net. I could have. So that's where I'm at. I want to see a statement from the board. I don't just want it to come to today or tomorrow in the pre-match press conference and Jesse going, I've got the backing of the board, we just need to more endeavour, it seems to be working now, they're getting my message on board, because I'm bored of hearing that. I'm bored. You know, I don't want to hear the same excuses over and over again. If that were my son, I'd be like, you know, this stops now. You do it again, you're not getting the message one more time, and you're bad. He needs to go. And I think he's lost the confidence of virtually every fan out there. And if there's any fans that still are on board with Jesse, you're deluded. Anyway, it's all from me. Good night.